All right, now these are the pieces I've got up here. This is a split axe head that was recovered. Cutting torch here, welding torch. The only thing is, see, that's got a curve in it. And the grain, let me see, the grain is, it's not the best way to run the grain, but that was the best that I could come up with in walnut. It had a knot here. So what we've got to do is we've got to get this flattened out a little bit, or our thickness. But after that, what I'll do is I'm going to straighten it. I'll clamp it to the table with a C-clamp. You can just pull them, I'll wet it, and you can just pull it down. And you'd be surprised how well it stays. So I might have to straighten it first before I do anything else. Let me go ahead though, and I will get it shaped some, so I'll set you up here so you can watch. So anyway, we'll put our stock in here. I'm not going to worry about protecting it right now. It's already got vice marks on it. I want to try to get these corners down a little bit. And we'll probably use the draw knife. I have yet to get my bigger plane fixed up. We're going to swivel here a little bit. The pivot's loose here. Let me see, you still got it? There we go. We'll lock them up. And the draw knife I keep here in this drawer along with my chisels. Get a basic shape. It's basically going to be an axe handle type shape. I mean, it's not going to have a bunch of swooping curves and the fancy belly and knob end. Yep, so just went right on it again. I think I need to sharpen. It's just not very sharp. That should make a big diff. Yeah. You knew I'd do that. So I really need to turn my stock around. Yeah, that's good. Wood, walnut is hard. I just never realized how hard of a wood it is. I'm going to create a belly here, so I'm going to dip this down. Bring it up here a little bit. Didn't tighten it up, did I? And you might want to do some pencil marks on it. I just kind of go with my gut. It depends on how irregular the stock is. Sometimes you can do all kinds of fancy stuff and you find a knot or whatever and you're stuck having to make it thinner or what, just to get certain things out of the irregularities out of the wood. Let me see, I'm want to be careful here. Take too much off, don't get a good fit. Let me see if I can get some of this hump off. Now I have an electric hand plane, not a planer, a plane. I can take this stuff off pretty fast, which I might do that because I would stand a chance of getting it more level. Now let me get it. I'm going to see if I can take this hump off some. For those of us who are older, there's hand pain, joint pain as you get older. Of course, it's good to drink a lot of water for that. It's so hard to drink water in the wintertime when you're really not thirsty. Okay, hold your ears. Better get it up just a little bit. I don't think I'll get into the steel. The point I was trying to make, though, as you get older, if you have the opportunity to save your hands some work, it's nice to be able to use something like that. Let me see how our shape's going here. I think I'll go ahead and get this ready. Now I think I'll go ahead and straighten it, or set it up to be straightened. Here's the head. And it is going to go on this way here. And the handle will be like this. You can see that. So we've got plenty of stock there. So let me do a little bit of pencil work. See if we can get it. Okay, this has all got to be thinned out here. The back looks like it's going to be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and try to thin this by hand. I made some marks there. Take this off. And just start very slowly. Make sure you try to stay with your marks. Your marks are usually bigger than what you need, so you usually end up going deeper. Put a cheater on this. There's a little shape to it there. Let me see what it looks like. Make sure you get it on the right way. Okay. Had to lose some width there. Okay, we're almost there. I'm going to take a little bit, just a little bit off there. Let me get the file. I mean, you want to go for the best fit you can. You just can't get it perfect. On a perfect axe handle, you get a one that's been made in a shop on a machine. I just, like leaving my little nicks and plain marks in them because it just makes it look so antique. Some old fella made it 150 years ago. Okay, obviously still too wide. I didn't expect that to fit. I just see where we were going. Move that around a little bit. I'm so grateful for these files. It's just unbelievable how they cut. I'm sure they're very expensive files. Maybe I thought for a second it was backward. Okay, still got to take a little more off here. Oops, be careful now. That's basically it. Put a few little marks. See what that looks like. I want to make sure I'm going the right way. Is that the way I wanted to go? I guess it was. I know it's probably too fat here. Plus I need to flip it over and groom the other side. I know that it's, it's a little thinner than I thought it was. Groom this here a little bit. You see I lost a lot of mass here. I think you'll like it when you get it done. See what we got. Yeah, it's still too thick here. It's actually thin there. Okay. I do have a brass or a copper hammer, which is what I usually use. Let me get it. If you use steel, you know you're going to dent it up. This weighs about 2 pounds. I don't even remember where I got it. I've had it for so many years. Get as snug as I can. Loosen the swivel up. And we'll see what we got, just as a starter. Okay, it's more than halfway in. Probably see it. We've got a little bit of light showing through there, but I think as it goes up, it'll close up. Sadly, though, we've got this horrible bend. If I ever get to one of those flea markets, I'll just get a good draw knife with handles. Like I said, this was a recovered one, what was left of it. I broke it there one day, or cracked it one day. Okay, we got it out of there. Take this off here. Pretty rough for that. Okay, I'll show you the shape we've got. It's pretty well even on both sides. But like I said, we're stuck with the bow. So I'll have to take it over to the other bench. I don't want to tie up this workspace because I got other things I'm going to do. Let me do one other thing here. I can see something. This is what I'm thinking about it. Of course, at this point, you probably do want to be a little bit careful about any of your vice marks. Go ahead and drive that on there and see how well it fits. It's not that hard to get on or off if you need to get it off. We used to do it this way, but and this is probably the best way, at least to get to where it bottoms out. Yeah, we're about 3/8 of an inch from the top, so we'll let it go. That's the curve I chose right there. Might be a little weird, but we will straighten it up some. All right. We'll take it out here and clamp it. Just put a piece of it in there. I think it'll be all right. And obviously, if you heard cracking on your stock, then you'd want to turn it to some every day. I don't expect I could draw it all the way down. I'm sure it won't hurt it. Oh, this is we can't get under it. So we're going to leave. I'm going to pour some more water on it. We'll leave it this way, soak in. No steam needed. Famous last words. All right, welcome. I'm out on the range. We're going to wet the boards. We're going to put up a card. And I'm going to show you the beginner's basics of throwing a small axe. We're going to use the We're going to use just a basic hatchet. The thing about a throwing axe is that you try to thin the profile of the axe. It doesn't have to necessarily be that sharp. And it's not like you're slamming it either. That's not the idea. Technique is everything. If you know of someone with a angle grinder, bench grinder, and they're proficient in getting it the way you want it, then I'd have them thin it out. Another thing that you'll want to do, this is called the knob of the handle. We want to cut that off. We've removed the knob. Probably ought to sand that a little bit. I'm wearing gloves, so I'm not too worried. And then we've thinned the profile. If you leave that knob, then you have a chance of getting more interference on your release. But it's about 12 inches. Competition is 12 inches long, 3 pounds or under. So it's 12 inches long to 16. And then the bit can't be more than 4 inches wide. Let me wet this first. Sadly, I've let this log dry out. And it needs a good soaking. Logs are a little different than the boards. The boards, you just want to grease them up. We'll go ahead and use this board. Just get them a little bit damp. The shorter the handle, remember, the more it's going to rotate. The quicker it's going to rotate. Now, grip is, some people start out like this, dominant hand here. Some people start dominant hand at the bottom. I do dominant hand at the top. And you will go back there's no flicking of the wrist. It's just a follow through throw. And just release at eye level. It will rotate for you. Now, you don't have to do anything fancy to change the landing. Either once you find your distance, just adjust a few inches back and forth. Keep your grip absolutely the same. If you keep changing your grip, you're not going to get your distance right. So I'm taking one step with my left. Let me make my line. Okay. Most axes are thrown at 12 feet. Okay, just a slightly bit over rotated. So that means I was too far away. Remember, keep your grip the same. I'm coming up just about 3 inches. And you release at eye level.
And you release at eye level.
I'm going to go with the board. I'll put a card on it. See how close we can come to it. Landing is best like this. Okay, I'm going to, there's my mark. I'm going to not go as close and see. Yeah, I'm going to start to over rotate. So I'm going to come in just a little bit and just keep tweaking it. But you remember, all of this on top has to be done exactly the same. The step forward, the release, everything. Then another thing, you want to make sure that the bit of the tomahawk is aimed perfectly straight. I'll get the exact distance here. There, smack, got it. Right down the middle.